Good morning! What a beautiful day here in beautiful Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. Although I do live outside the city a little bit. And I figured, hey, let's take you for a ride. So I am on my way to work currently, and I figured I might as well take you along with me. Usually I do record my rides, but mainly just for either personal safety, because if something happens I have video proof, or also to capture interesting things, which I do in my Vietnam observation videos, which usually come out whenever I have enough film to make a video. I like to do things that are roughly about 5 minutes long for those, give or take. That lady was selling coconut flesh? I know they have a special word for it, but I forget. But right now we are on Nguyen Van Linh. This is a road highway, technically, on the south side of Ho Chi Minh City. Goes through District 7, Nha Be, out through Binh Chanh, which is where I live, and then heads towards the south of Vietnam, towards Long An, Bến Tre, that area. Now usually I'm not one to talk while I ride. I'll think, but I don't like to talk much. So this is kind of different to how I usually will do things. So if I do stop talking at any point, mainly because I'm thinking, I'm thinking about either A, what to say, or what's in front of me and or behind me. Because as you can tell, there's a lot of people. One of the things that people find very scary when they first come to Vietnam is the traffic. They don't want to ride in this because it is scary. Even Vietnamese people, when they move here from other cities, they are scared to ride a motorbike. They do it in their home city, their home province, but when they come to Ho Chi Minh City, there's too many people, and so they're scared to do it. There's a GPX Legend coming up on my left. Little 150, not bad. The guy, I don't think all of that is the Dole, like bananas or whatever. I don't think those are bananas. We are coming up to our first red light, but this red light's a little special because you can go through it. Now, technically that's illegal, but because there's so many Vietnamese people just doing it, nobody ever really stops you. You do see somebody get stopped every once in a while, but it's basically like, I don't know how to explain it. If so many people do it, then it's just kind of, whatever, go ahead. That's kind of the reasoning or the mantra behind Vietnamese traffic. Is it illegal to go down the wrong way, down a road? Yeah, like this is one way, but you still have people coming this way. You'll still have people coming down a one-way road. Many people do it, so it's just kind of accepted. That's one of the first things you have to kind of realize when you ride here, is that you have to kind of break out of that Western thinking. I did for sure when I first came here. Some fish, a lot of fish. When I first came here, it freaked me out a lot. Seeing people traveling down the wrong side of the road, being super close to each other, being basically right next to a car driving. Yeah, it definitely freaked me out a little bit. But at the same time, it's completely normal. But you do have to get used to it. You definitely have to get used to driving next to other vehicles, other cars, other people. Sometimes they don't see you. Like this guy has a bunch of floor mats. His whole entire motorbike is full of floor mats. Even up near him, between his legs, just has a bunch of floor mats. If I can get next to him, I'll show you. You can kind of see it from here. But this is your typical Vietnamese traffic. Just super close, compact, going slow. Yeah. Some people making some food. These are the people that eat the food. Let's see if I can get beside him now. Or not. So that's another thing you gotta realize. You see on the guy carrying all of the floor mats, his blinker is still on. Now, a lot of times you'll see people with their blinker still on just because they forget to turn it off. And that confuses you as a rider because you don't know if they're gonna turn right or not. And sometimes they'll have their left turn blinker on, but they'll still turn right, or they'll have their right turn blinker on, and they'll still turn left. It can be quite funny sometimes. Let's see if I can get next to this guy without him killing me. Alright, to the front I go. So hopefully you're having a good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. I'm not sure when I will post this. I mean, depending on where you are, it will be a different time. But I hope everything's going good in your life. I know me living here in Vietnam, I enjoy it a lot. I like living here. I have made myself a very nice home. I have a lot of possessions now living here. I wouldn't say I've started a family, but I don't have any kids. Do I plan on having kids in the future? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. This guy here is super unstable. I want to get by the lady in pink and this guy in the floor mats. There you go. Here's another view of all the floor mats. This is what people do. They'll put a lot of stuff in between their legs right in front of them. I mean, technically this guy is carrying a cart on the back of the motorbike. Some piano lessons. Some banh mi. Can only do so much here. I don't know what that guy's doing. He was stopping to get some rice, some soy, sticky rice. Some people selling some vegetables. Some noodle soup. Oh wait, no, is it noodle? Yeah, noodles, but not soup. That's avocados. Those are avocados from Daklak, another province. If you really like avocados, this would be a great place for you to go because they sell a lot of avocados here. But this is your typical Vietnamese traffic. Bumper to bumper, everybody super tight, close together. See this lady right here? She wants to cut in and she'll push herself in there. That's just what people do. They don't look at you, they'll just push in and expect you to move. Even with children, whatever. You'll also find a lot of times the adults will wear a helmet, but the children will not. You'll get to a certain age where the kid might wear a helmet, like this kid in front of me is wearing a helmet, but the little one that's in front of mom, not wearing a helmet. Same over there. You have the kid and the parent wearing a helmet, but the little one, the tiny one, not wearing a helmet. And that's very common here. Let people through. All the time you'll see a little child just not wearing a helmet. Mom, dad, they'll wear a helmet. Child, nah, no need. Traffic actually isn't too bad today, surprisingly. Usually it can be pretty bad, like just stop and go for a long time, but I'm actually getting through it pretty cleanly. Not too bad. See, here we go again. The kids, mom, dad have a helmet, kids don't. It happens. This is the common thing here. 4 people on a motorbike as well, 5 people on a motorbike. The motorbike is the family car. Not many people here have a car. Usually the only ones that do are the richer people, or it's a company car that they drive. Because cars are super expensive here. If you think about America, or a western city or western place, cars usually aren't that expensive because there's a lot of them. It's the exact opposite here in Vietnam. There are not that many cars, but there are a lot of motorbikes. And the reason is because there's a massive import tax when it comes to bringing things in from outside the country. A huge import tax. And so that greatly increases the cost of cars, but motorbikes can be made here in Vietnam. And so it drastically reduces the cost of a motorbike. Therefore, economic-wise, everyone has a motorbike because they're cheap. Only the rich people can have cars because, well, they're freaking expensive. So that's another main road. You have Batesco way over there. We'll see Batesco in a little bit. Batesco Tower is like the Stark Tower of Ho Chi Minh City. It has the helipad on it. Fun little fact, no helicopter has ever landed on that helipad. Reason? Because it's on the wrong side of the building. I don't know how this occurred. This is what I heard. I haven't read into this quite yet, but this is what I heard living here and wondering about it. But the way the helipad is positioned, there's a lot of wind on that side apparently. I mean, if there was wind, it would be on all sides, I would think. But the building got built where the helipad was on the opposite side. So somewhere in the plans, the building got flipped 180 degrees by accident. So yeah, they built the helicopter pad on the wrong side. This person's gonna turn. Yay! Now we're out of the stop and go traffic. We are now into the clear. See? Hey, that's Abdul. Is that Abdul? Is that one of my students? That might be one of my students right here. I can't tell. Yeah, that's one of my students. So his name is Abdul. He's one of my 8th graders. He is one of my 8th graders at my school I teach, which is where I'm going to right now. So coming up here in a few seconds, probably like 30 seconds, you'll get a really nice pretty shot of Vitesco Tower. Ah, sun. I know this kid right here as well. He's a 6th grader. Let this person back up. Guy selling bread, I think. All right, this turn right here, Vitesco Tower. I've always liked this picture, or this image of Vitesco. It's just a silhouette of the tower. But yeah, you see the helicopter pad? It should be on the other side. The whole building should be flipped. But here I am at my school. Nice Audi. That's something you'll see as well sometimes, is really nice cars here. Just ridiculously nice. But my school, Lung David. Well, thank you for coming along with me today, or this morning at least. I will see you in the next one.